advance, and the rest go to the last chance. And the top 4 from the last chance advance to the main. Main's going to be 50 laps with 24 cars, and anywhere from 2 to 8 cars are going to be inverted.
Yes, sir. Now, Andrew Fayash, you took some laps out on that track today. Describe it to our viewers how it is to hustle one of these late models around the track.
Well, I'll be honest, it's pretty fun in these cars. I mean, I have a lot of laps on different ovals and stuff, but actually this is the first I turned any laps around here. But it seems like they got a lot of room to work with out there, and there's a lot of different lines you could run at this track. So you're going to see a bunch of different. You're going to see some people passing up high, possibly. I mean, bottom's pretty much going to be the quickest way around, I think. But I think you'll still see people ducking out to the top to try to make something happen.
Definitely, I expect at some point tonight that top line is going to have an effect with this race. You know, it may not be fast right away, but once people start to learn, you know, to run up high there, I definitely think we will see some 2x2 racing for sure.
So one thing I want to point out about this track that's very unique, coming out of turn 4 onto the front straightaway, you can see the outside wall actually goes out towards the crowd a bit more and then comes back in. That could cause for some interesting moments, I'd imagine. You know, if you're setting up a run off the corner and you end up with dew going high on somebody, because then the hole may look big when you make the move, but then as the wall comes back in, it's going to close up.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely expect turn 4 tonight to be one of our hot spots to cause wrecks. Like you stated there, that wall gives you a false sense of, you know, feeling there. At the last second, you'll notice it closes right back up, and I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of wrecks here tonight.
Yeah, that's part of short track racing. I think till people get used to running each other in this series a little bit, there's going to be a little bit of mayhem, but I don't think it'll be too bad once people get it shaken off. Hopefully they'll get it all out of their system in the heat races, and we'll have a great feature.
I concur, sir. I think one of the guys you'll definitely have to be looking out for tonight is Dylan Schreiner. He's fast, can get a little bit reckless sometimes, but I always expect him to run up front there. Andrew, you have any predictions for tonight?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure what to expect here. I mean, we've got a handful of people that race the late models regularly on iRacing that are running tonight, and we get a handful of people that run ITZR all the time and know the people, you know how to race each other hard and clean at the same time. So I mean, I'm actually not too sure, but I don't know. I'd say always keep an eye on Jeremy Davis there. He's got a quick time up, but he's always one to beat and one to look out for, no matter what car you're racing.
I concur. Jeremy Davis, in every one of our series, you will definitely see him up in top of the standings there. It doesn't matter whether you're driving the trucks or the nationwide car. He's always someone in contention for the win.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting though. I don't know Kevin Burrs personally, the 07, but you know, I did a little research for tonight, and he's got one of the higher I ratings out of everybody, and he's also got a very big win record the past season on iRacing, and all he runs are the late models on here. So I think he's probably got the most time in the late models on iRacing out of the group of drivers we have here.
Yes, definitely. I was looking at his stats earlier as well, and he touched on a great point there. He only mainly runs these late models, and a lot of the other guys don't run it just as much. So, as you can probably tell by the leaderboards, he's turned a time of 18:24, which is over a tenth quicker than Jeremy Davis's time, and almost 2/10 quicker than Dylan Schreiner's time of 18:41. So definitely his experience is going to help him out tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not sure how his car is on long runs, because obviously tire wear is always an important thing, and how your car holds up once you do get heat in the tires rather than just the one hot lap. But it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have 45 seconds left in this warm-up session here, and then we'll go into one car at a time qualifying.
I don't believe we're going to have an LCQ. I don't think we have enough drivers to have eliminations through the heat races, so they are still going to run the heats, as far as I understand. so we're still going to have that action for you, but there will be no last chance qualifier, and everyone will be in the field.
Definitely. There, it looks like 17 cars have taken time so far. I think there's 18 in the server. But ladies and gentlemen, you have 17 of the greatest drivers. So definitely there will be a great show put on tonight. Don't worry about that.
You know, one thing I want to bring up about this qualifying format, it's very different for sim racing, and it also has one big difference versus real life racing. In real life, you don't really have time to practice last minute before qualifying, whereas these guys were just practicing up to the last second, and now they're going to go one at a time out. So the first few cars out are going to be fresh. They're going to, they have their line down, they're going to be ready to go. Whereas the cars that have to go later, they're going to be sitting for a little bit, and they might, they kind of got to refresh themselves real quick.
Yeah, definitely. Coming right off of the practice, getting right into your hot lap session. You're not going to have to, as you pointed out, refresh yourself. But definitely I expect some fast times towards the end of the qualifying session, though.
It's going to be interesting to see. I believe the way the format's set up is they're just going in order of car number for qualifying. Something I think actually just dawned on me now, probably be a good suggestion for down the road in this series, is maybe doing reverse points order and setting them out that way. That way whoever's leading the points has the longest time to sit before their run.
Definitely. The thing is, the longer you sit on that pit road, the more you get to thinking about it. And the more you think about it, there's a better chance that you can make a mistake.
Yeah, I've run this qualifying format one time in the Landing Castle qualifying challenge at Darlington in the Cup car, and I mean that one, it was a little bit more intense because if you even scrape the wall, your lap don't count. Well, then again, in this it's the same way, but Darlington, you flirt with the walls a lot more, so it's a little bit more on edge. But yeah, sitting there for a while, before being able to go was a whole different experience.
Yep, it looks like our first car is, it looks like you stopped at